Hello my Sloth Squad, Sloth Power here, and welcome back to Glacial Gaze, the series where we look at icebergs on a variety of topics. Now, I know I've promised a Kingdom Hearts iceberg and a Disney iceberg, and I'm still working on those videos. It's 50 pages long! Why is there so much lore? Today, we're covering one of the content creators that I've followed for probably the longest amount of time, the Drift King himself, RTGame! If you don't know him, RTGame, or RT for short, is a Twitch streamer and YouTube content creator who's been around for over 10 years on the platform and currently has around 2.81 million subs on his YouTube channel and 1.2 million followers on his Twitch channel. So, for this video, let's take a look at RTGame and the empire that he has created. This iceberg was made by me, but was inspired by multiple people already who already made icebergs, so think of this one like the expanded, more updated version of those. So, without further ado, let's take a glacial gaze at the RTGame iceberg! Germa House Flipper Tourney. Germa985, a pretty popular content creator well known for the Imposter is Sus face, hosted a House Flipper Invitational. House Flipper is a game where you take rundown houses and make them into an actual quality house that you can flip and sell for profit. In the Invitational, Germa had contestants create the best concept for a house that they could think of, and it would be graded on several things like cleanliness, philosophy, creativity, and more. The contestants were given 75 minutes to accomplish this before the judging, and the person with the highest score won. The contestants in the tourney were RT, Vinny Vinesauce, Ludwig, Connor Eats Pants, Joel, Sea Dog, Italics, Kryken, Pokey, and Doug Doug. At first, RT's game plan for the tourney was to make the Simpsons house, but when things proved to be too difficult and time-consuming to execute that, RT ended up making a Barbie dream house based on the old toys.
You know, we gotta get the color right. This is essential for the home. What do you mean it's not pink? Oh, YouTube. It's not. Wait, what am I thinking of? I'm making the Flanders. YouTube. It's not even the right color. It could work really well as Barbie's dream home, couldn't it? I can make a Barbie house.
Now, the thing is, RT barely knew anything about Barbie dream houses, so he basically bullshit his way through the presentation like a very well-executed game of talking points in Jackbox. He wrote off any shortcomings of the house such as him having no bathroom, but representing with sticker says,
there is extensive use of stickers in old Barbie homes, especially for details like toilets and that, because you only get so much plastic in the set. So they make use of yes, they make use of sticker elements for some of these features in the house, because otherwise it would just ramp up the retail price, and I want to try and stay true to the vision of it being a toy.
And the reasoning for the garage not being touched was...
Can you open the garage, please?
So, I did think about the garage. In official dream houses back in the day, the garage would actually be sold separately, as would Barbie's car. So it's not included. I actually wanted to remove the garage entirely in the property because to kind of hammer home that idea of it being sold separately, because it wouldn't be included. That would be a separate playset in that, and we were focused on Barbie's dream clubhouse here.
Due to faking his way through most of the presentation, RT wound up with the highest score and won the competition. All the houses were actually pretty cool, but it is very funny how RT won the whole tournament by basically doing what high school students do when they forgot to do their PowerPoint presentation. Make stuff up. I Want Die. I Want Die is probably the most well-known part of RTGame's channel. The meme was originally created for RT's playthrough of Wii Sports Resort. I Want Die was made with the mentality of trying to make a me that looks like it wants to die.
I just want to make a me that looks like he just wants to die. That's all. Oh, God! Okay, we ran out of characters, so it's I Want Die.
Over the years since this video, I Want Die has become a mainstay on the channel, including being an RT's alert animation for new subs on Twitch. He has plushies and figurines, and he even starred as the main character in the Miitopia playthrough. His design was actually tweaked slightly from his original to now because the original one was so damn ugly that it couldn't be turned into marketable plushies, or just marketable anything. Wooloo Genocide. When RT played Pokemon Sword and Shield in 2019, he started his playthrough somewhat normally, naming Pokemon after things like LSD, Gun, Knife, and Muffin. Now, Muffin was a normal Wooloo, and Dan probably thought nothing of it. And at one point, he considered using Dubwool to just destroy everything. But then, chat suggested that he shiny hunt a Wooloo. RT put it up to a poll, and yes, won by a complete landslide. So, RT then spent multiple hours killing thousands of Wooloos before he even took on the first gym of the game by hunting for a shiny Wooloo. And eventually, he did get that Wooloo and named her Cupcake. And he beat Sword and Shield with her. Population of the Wooloos in Galar will never recover. The Drift King. Did you know? They used to call RT the Drift King back in college. Next point! No, I'm kidding. So, back in RT's college days, RT participated in a Mario Kart 200cc tournament that he actually set up. He ended up winning and gaining the title of the Drift King. He first mentioned this title in the video, "I'm the worst kind of Mario Kart player," back in 2018.
They call him the Drift King in uni. I actually won quite a few tournaments.
Slowly over the years, it became more and more synonymous with RT to the point where RT has his pinned tweet on Twitter has, X, being, "They used to call me the Drift King back in college." It's also his bio on the app as well. If you even mention a driving game in the RT community, I can assure you at least one person will talk about the Drift King, RTGame.
I don't mean to brag, but they used to call me the Drift King back in college, you know. And what are you gonna do? Try and outrun me? Try and outdrift me? Try and outspeed me? You can't keep up with my turns. They called me the Drift King back in college. And you'll never overpass me!
/Goofy voice. RT has many voices that he uses while playing games. Two of his voices being classic Disney characters Mickey Mouse and Goofy. He uses the Goofy voice more often since the Mickey Mouse voice gets grating on his vocal cords after a while. Such as when RT streamed Prison Architect and he had to stop the stream early because he made the CEO's voice a Mickey voice and it was hurting his throat to do.
Any burgers to them? Stat! I hear we have a special on extra grilled beef. It burned in the fire. You legit think I'm gonna have to end the stream because my throat is actually quite sore right now.
Judge from Ace Attorney, the Goofy voice. The Goofy impression got so ingrained in the channel as a meme that Goofy himself showed up in the Miitopia playthrough and became an anime guy. If RT plays any dialogue-heavy game, you might want to keep an ear out for the Goofy voice, cause he'll use it a lot of times. Subscribe for blank. At the end of all of RT's videos, there's always a subscribe for blank message, such as subscribe for less democracy, or subscribe for more Zax, or subscribe for 1+ RT death. And more, since there's always different message, it's always different. And fun fact, I actually borrowed this idea from RT at the end of all my videos where I have a subscribe for something or other. Because I like the idea. So thanks, RT! Pokemon Nuzlocke. So, RT has some multiple Pokemon Nuzlocke. If you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, it's essentially a rule set people apply to Pokemon to make the game more challenging. The basic rules are that you can only catch one Pokemon per route, and that if a Pokemon faints, it's dead forever. There are other rules too, such as you have to name your Pokemon and other stuff. RT so far has done Nuzlocke of Black and White 2, and Heart Gold. Every Nuzlocke has different naming patterns too in the series. Heart Gold was just kind of all over the place in whatever chat suggested, but it gave us Crumpet the Mareep. Oh, and Burb the Pidgey that people weirdly got attached to, even though it was just cannon fodder. Then, in Pokemon Black, RT had a theme of naming his Pokemon after either failure or various things that are unfortunate to occur, such as famine, grief, mishap, fear, and strife, and other stuff along those lines. Then meanwhile, in Black and White 2, the naming pattern was based on positives, naming things like correct, savior, victory, fortune, messiah, redemption, and other things along those lines. He also had the unique ability to show off several special events and stuff in the post-game, since RT actually played the games on original hardware. RT really enjoyed showing off the unique features in each of the games, and these are some really good watches, especially if you need to kill a few hours, so I would definitely recommend checking out the Pokemon Nuzlocke. They are incredibly fun and really intense to watch. Von Karma. Manfred von Karma is a character in Ace Attorney. He's your opponent in the last trial of the game and is absolutely ridiculous with some wild logic and cartoonishly evil and crazy scheme. He's also just cartoonishly evil, let's be real. RT latched onto Von Karma and gave him a unique voice, I don't know how you quite describe it, and does some roleplay kind of commentary, like for instance,
I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. But good luck remembering, Phoenix Wright. But there are 3 pages in the document.
What the fuck is this?
this led to a huge thing in community, and the joke even peaked during a stream where RT played Turnabout Big Top in the second game of Ace Attorney, where people started donating various versions of Von Karma, and they had a whole Von Karma family picnic.
Franchili con carne.
You foolish fool. Only a fool would host a Von Karma family potluck without a Latin flair. Manfred Don Lama, does Manfred von Darman, Manfred von Dalai Lama. Manfred von Mom Karma gives 10 quid and says, a picnic sounds wonderful, dearie.
RT will still do the voice on occasion, and he's even sung songs like You're Welcome from Moana and My Way in character as Manfred von Karma. The Irish Lads. The Irish Lads is a group of Irish YouTubers consisting of RTGame, Jacksepticeye, Comic Kevin, Dottie the Nolga, and the Terrorizer. Their first video together was in 2020 where they played Terraria together, and it spiraled from there. They've played games such as Mario Kart, Farming Simulator where they tried to farm potatoes and failed miserably, and much more. Sometimes not all the Irish Lads will be there, usually 1 or 2 will be missing, but it's only on occasion, and usually the most common one to not be around is Jacksepticeye. There are currently 23 videos that include the Irish Lads together on the RTGame channel. The New Earth Project. The New Earth Project is a 3-year project that was completed in 2023. The premise of it was that RT's Minecraft server members built on a scale model of the Earth built in Minecraft. Each time RT streamed the server, there was a different zone opened up for people to build on. These streams were always full of wonderful builds, with people including history and culture from the countries of the world into their builds. Don't worry though, things got wacky real fast with several running bits throughout the server, such as random builds having fleshy interiors, and a constant inclusion of either Tesco, Lidl, or Aldi. Sometimes all 3. Sometimes the build streams would get wacky too, like the Australia build stream that was all built entirely upside down, or the edge of the world was covered in pixel art, or that Greenland just had a bunch of domes on it, such as a dark dome that people got to build in. The inspiration for this project actually came from a stream RT did when he gave people a plot of land and he had everybody build on that, and it would create a giant city at the end. The final stream of the New Earth project harkens back to this original idea, where everybody was given a plot of land to build on, and altogether it formed the capital of New Earth, New John City. The map is going to be up for download soon to explore, if it is not available already. Miitopia. This series is the culmination of the RT cinematic universe, the RTCU if you will. The series spans 10 episodes following the story of Miitopia, but with RT's characters. The protagonist of the story is I Want Die, and appearances from all sorts of characters can be seen, such as Cupcake, Baby Gilbert, Magical John, Mr. Bean, Goofy, Existential Dread, Chat, and more. The Dark Lord ends up being Von Karma. The series was a treat to watch and is a great way to learn the characters of the RTCU. Though I will note that some characters do get swapped around, such as the Great Sage switching from Ross Bob to Khadgar. I absolutely love this series, and my favorite episode is episode 2, Cupcake in the Dryland, for some reason. I don't know why, I just latched onto that episode. WWMe. The WWMe is RT's annual Amiibo Smash Bros. Tournament. The series started in 2018, and every year there's a different theme. The first tournament was just basic Amiibo tournament with random things being representative of each Amiibo, with Mr. Bean becoming the winner. This video was actually 4 years in the making, since RT had to get all the Amiibos and train them. And in 2019, he had the World Politics Smackdown, where all of the contestants were Mii's, and each one represented a different world leader. Vladimir Putin ended up winning the tournament. 2021 was the Global Crisis Smackdown, where various world crises fought against each other, such as climate change or COVID and stuff like that. The year of 2020 won the tournament, beating out DMCA takedowns. 2022 was the YouTube Content Smackdown, where Amiibos represented different types of YouTube content, with the winner being gamers. Finally, in 2023, we had the RT Suggestion Box Smackdown, where each fighter was represented by a different stream premise, and the winner was going to make it into an actual stream. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice won the whole thing, and it is super intense. Hitman. Hitman was a running series on his channel back in 2018 to the current year. It's a game where where it's basically you kill people. RT has played through all the games where he makes his character look kind of like a clown and kill people with incredibly stupid means, like with muffins or fish. RT's crowning achievement in the game is that when he took everyone in the entire map of Sapienza, incapacitated every NPC, pulled them to the freezer in the butcher shop, and then threw a remote duck explosive. But he was unable to get everyone since there were so many NPCs in there that it created a meat shield. It was still a very valiant attempt though. And this actually made multiple gaming news headlines, since it was the first time I guess anyone had attempted to kill everyone in a map in Hitman in one go. And he is now known as, and RT is now self-proclaimed the Butcher of Sapienza. So, nice one, RT. Chloe? I don't know. Or Ashteric is RT's editor. She's been editing for RT for years, since back in the old days, RT actually edited all of his stream highlights himself. Every video is edited by her, and she's a trooper for cutting down RT's incredibly long streams into nice digestible videos. It's made it so much easier to research this video, since my ADHD brain hates watching long ass streams and prefers shorter bursts of content that are, just funny, instead of just like hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of watching RT in Mementos for hours. The Poopcano. This is in reference to one of RT's earliest City Skylines videos. In this mini-series of sorts, RT first launches meteors to the point where multiple smaller craters are created with a huge, basically giant crater pit thingy in the middle. Each crater was turned into a different zone of the city, and then RT had the bright idea to pump all of the sewage into the center crater that kind of looked like a volcano, or as he first referred to it, the Tree of Life. This essentially created a slowly rising supply of poop that sounds like a way grosser Majora's Mask end of the world timer. Finally, after a few streams, RT launched meteors at the thing when the Poopcano was basically at the top, and it flooded the city like Pompeii, all to the tune of Country Roads. U2s. U2s is a company that makes figures and plushies of YouTubers and other games. Many YouTubers have collaborated with U2s, and RT has actually ended up collabing with U2s to make several figures. He has two of himself, one of I Want Die, and one of Cupcake. Most recently, a plushie of Cupcake was created as well. Now, as of right now, that's all the merch all of that merch is sold out. So, good luck getting your hands on it. Best of. This is a series of videos that compile the best clips of RTGame. RT has the best of highlights every year, and at the end of the year, compiles the best clips RT has had in the year. It's always one of my favorite things to watch on New Year's Eve. So recently, RT has started compiling his best moments in other categories like City Skylines. So if you want a good look at what RT is all about, check out the best of videos. You're sure to have a good laugh. Breath of the Wild permadeath run. In 2020, RT started a Breath of the Wild permadeath run. A run where if RT got a game over, he would delete his save file and restart. He couldn't use fairies or Mipha's Grace either to cheat death. He also played the game on Master Mode, which is the hardest difficulty in the game. He won after 7 days of streaming the game, and he even did stuff like the post-game, even though he wasn't on permadeath when he did that. This was a super impressive goal and proved RT's mastery over Breath of the Wild. RT actually tried to do Tears of the Kingdom permadeath, and he actually accomplished this, aside from stubbing his toe in the tutorial. Green screen. In 2023, RT did a 5-hour green stream where he did a bunch of random things in front of a green screen in order to give his fans footage to make movies that he would watch on a movie night. The green screen footage in question included RT being in Death Note, RT yelling that he's the Drift King, RT hydrating, RT telling Mareep to do a Thunderbolt, and much, much more. The fans really showed off their creativity with their movies, as well from custom remixes to putting him in various video games like Minecraft and GoldenEye, and making him the fat controller in Thomas the Tank Engine, and so much more. RT is actually planning another one of these movie nights in September of 2023. Breaking Bad Stardew Valley. In 2022, RT played the game Stardew Valley, a game where you just grow crops and chill. It's like Animal Crossing, but 2D. RT's playthrough was really interesting, as the whole thing basically became based on the hit show Breaking Bad. RT played as Walter White and maximized his profits by selling blue in the game. In this case, the blue, instead of being drugs, is blueberries and starfruit. In this playthrough, he tried to recreate the show as close as possible by doing things like making Jesse into Sebastian, my husband, and instead of yelling Jesse, RT would just yell, "Sebi! Sebi, we need to cook!" He ended up marrying Emily and made my Sebi cry by basically getting him super close with him and then breaking up with him as soon as he got into a relationship with Sebi. Yes, this was part of the story. He even got the actor for Hank to make a little video telling Sebi to stop crying, so if you want the silly, goofy version of Breaking Bad, watch RT's Stardew Valley playthrough. Country Roads. Country Roads is a song by John Denver, or at least that's the version I know. The running bit in RT streams and videos, in specifically the City Skylines videos, is that whenever any huge natural disasters are happening, usually due to RT's meddling, RT will play this song. Some examples include playing it when the poop volcano is erupting, or when RT proceeds to crash a ton of meteors into his city, or tornadoes or tsunamis or what have you. Considering that RT destroys a majority of his City Skyline cities in his streams, you're usually pretty likely to hear this song if RT ever plays City Skylines. End Me. End Me was a companion to I Want Die for RT's We Play playthrough. It was the Eve to I Want Die's Adam, if you will. They kind of look like a rat to me, but RT just wanted to make another me similar to I Want Die. Now, End Me has not had as much popularity as her counterpart, being that she only shows up ever so often as a cameo, and I think she showed up in the Miitopia playthrough? Dang. All roads just lead to the RT Miitopia playthrough, huh? Sims experiments. RT has had many live streams and videos where he just tortures Sims. It started with the Bob family household in The Sims 3, where this family, called the Bob family, which went on for about 4 episodes and fun fact, this was my first exposure to RTGame. Anyway, moving on. After the Bob family, RT did several experiments on The Sims, such as making a multi-story hedge maze and forcing all of the Sims in the neighborhood to live in the same house called the Ark, creating clones of Connor from Detroit Become Human and making them go through a Hunger Games obstacle course and more. There are currently 18 videos in the Sims series, and his most recent episode was released back in 2020 when he created a Hollywood-style recreation of the original Bob family household for a Christmas special. Toad voice. This is a running bit throughout various RT streams where wherever Toad is on screen, RT will put on this ear-piercing and annoying voice imitating Toad.
Man, that monster blocking the gate to town was a huge problem! Needless to say, thanks! Welcome to Little Fungi Town!
If Toad sounded like a dying seagull, that is. The bit has reached the point where even if you don't expect it, it just shows up. In his Mario 2 Galaxy, RT even jokingly had a warning sound for the Toad voice before he even started doing dialogue for the Toads, as like a joke. Before you start wondering, yes, I have my own version of the Toad voice. Baby Gilbert. So, Cookie Mama had a babysitting spin-off game on the Wii. The game is packaged with this remote cover that looks like a baby. You know, you may know this from YouTuber Jay Schlatt, where
Holy fuck, now it's actually hanging. Oh my god, the baby actually hung itself.
yeah. But RT put his hat into the ring when he started streaming the game. He had a whole cooking setup, including a blender and a pot. Chat suggested the name Gilbert for the baby after RT asked what his name should be. RT also had several clips he recorded on a soundboard to imitate a baby, such as RT crying, laughing, or saying the term oopsie poopsie. Baby Gilbert has since appeared in some of RT's cooking streams and in the Miitopia playthrough, where he was in imp class and his catchphrase was oopsie poopsie. Pokemon Championships. So RT has competed in a few Pokemon Championships. First, he participated in a Pokemon Legends Arceus Invitational, where everyone was given a limited amount of time to catch any Pokemon they wanted in Legends Arceus. And then he would fight them on Pokemon Showdown, and he went on to win the whole thing. Then RT was mentored by Pokemon champion Wolfie. He had a whole coaching session on stream, and he helped RT make a Tinkaton team because RT really likes Tinkaton. In the championship months later, he went 5-4 with his team. He was super happy, and he had a great time at the International Championships, with several pictures being posted on his Twitter account. Oh, sorry, X account. Mercedes GLA. In Mario Kart 8, there's DLC for a Mercedes GLA because frickin' why not? In 2019, he played Mario Kart, where the whole stream was just full of Mercedes GLA jokes. For example,
I'm back here.
Just zooming away.
Swiggity smoothie.
Came second. That's okay. It's your girlfriend close to catching up with you in the race. Well, thanks to the power of the Mercedes GLA, you can leave her in the dust. Just leave.
the meme got so far out of control that it ended up reaching its peak and dying within the same stream. RT managed to overuse it to the point where he comments that he witnessed the birth and death of a meme in the same stream. Afterwards, when RT would play Mario Kart, he would actually occasionally use the Mercedes GLA, such as this video in 2020. Daisy hate. RT has made it a point to hate Princess Daisy. Every time there's a chance for an ally in the Mario Party game, he hopes it isn't Daisy. He insults Daisy a ton and literally just hates her and thinks she's annoying and all that. But he did do a live stream where he raised money for an Irish Cancer Society by having each donation goal make RT do more and more positive things about Daisy, like making a tweet professing his love for Daisy, calling her his Drift Queen, and playing as Daisy in Mario Kart, and even making a whole stream setup that was Daisy themed. At least RT's suffering led to over $20,000 being raised for a good cause. Mareep Gaming. In 2022, RT faked everyone out yet again with the Fortnite Friday thing, since instead of Fortnite Friday, he left chat with his giant Mareep plushie named Crumpet, a reference to the Mareep in RT's Heart Gold Nuzlocke. Crumpet spoke in text and played Placid Plastic Duck Simulator while talking to the chat, in text. Crumpet just had a good time chatting while playing the game, and even revealed canonically that she had voices in her head. Near the end of the stream, Crumpet tried to destroy RTGame's computer by just spawning a ton of ducks to the point where it crashed the game. Crumpet had one final thing to say though, and she almost said it, but RT came back and stopped that, and proclaimed that it was Saturday, so Fortnite Friday was still not happening. I love this stream because of its creativity, and just because I love Crumpet. Crumpet's awesome. YouTube censorship. This was a great way to get back at YouTube. So basically when RT uploaded his Best of 2022 highlights reel, a 2-hour long behemoth video that is honestly one of the best comprehensive looks at what RT is all about, his video got age restricted for absolutely no reason. After RT asked for help from YouTube, since, well, there was nothing age restrictable worthy, YouTube doubled down and started retroactively age restricting and demonetizing a ton of RT's videos. This included years-old videos and unlisted 11-year-old videos. RT continued to ask why his content was being restricted, and when YouTube finally gave him the timestamps, RT couldn't get his content fully reinstated, since even if he edited his content, it would still be age restricted and demonetized, since you can only repeal age restriction once, which is incredibly stupid. This made RT very upset and angry with YouTube, and rightfully so. He pointed out that YouTube retroactively flagging stuff in their recently at the time community guidelines, saying YouTube could retroactively flag videos that didn't fit new guidelines. RT pointed out that YouTubers had to play a guessing game they couldn't win because they had to somehow predict what new community guidelines would be implemented. This whole thing went on for a while, and the main thing that seemed to have gotten RT's videos flagged was swearing. So, after a break from content creation for a bit, he came back and created his own terms for things. Essentially, he made the word YouTube into a swear, but also into the highest form of praise. But, in the words of RT,
I want the term YouTube to be a ridiculous, comedically offensive, insulting term, but also a nice compliment that means the exact opposite. YouTube, an action of offensive and pointless stupidity. An individual who acts with offensive and pointless stupidity. A moment of offensive and pointless stupidity. As a literal gigachad. YouTube, an action of inoffensive and purposeful intelligence. An individual who acts with inoffensive and purposeful intelligence. A moment of inoffensive and purposeful intelligence. If you call someone a YouTube, I want it to be on level with calling them an Einstein. It can mean a genuine insult or be the highest form of praise. The best kind of person, or literally the worst kind of person alive. A word of no significance or real meaning, much like the word literally.
not only did he make this definition for YouTube, the whole point was to show how stupid demonetizing people for swear words are, and that context matters. The whole point was to cause as much chaos as possible for YouTube. There were days when I would actually look into the comment section of random videos, and I'd be watching and seeing people using the word YouTube as either a swear or as a form of praise. After the stream, also, whenever RT would say a swear word, his editor Chloe would replace the word RT was saying with YouTube. This continued even after YouTube made the swearing restrictions less harsh, but I actually really like the YouTube censor. Terraria. RT has done a lot in Terraria, from it being one of the first videos on his channel that's now unlisted, to now making several Terraria videos. Terraria has had a pretty big place on the channel in the channel history. Some of the famous bits from playing Terraria include RT playing with his subs, and everybody being named Zack, where they all took on the Eye of Cthulhu and other bosses. RT playing Terraria with the Irish lads and digging a giant hole that RT kept referring to as a shaft, and making penis jokes about it. In the full Terraria playthrough, almost won the WWME, but lost to Sekiro in the finals. So, no Terraria for now, but who knows? RT may decide on a random day to play the game again. You never know. Trombone Skies. Trombone Skies is a song that originates from the game Trombone Champ, a rhythm game where you play the trombone. A majority of the songs are just covers of songs that already exist, such as, God Save the Queen and frickin' Oh Canada. But there is one game that exists that stands out in the game. It's a song written for the game. It's called Trombone Skies. RT gained a fondness for the song after streaming Trombone Champ, and it's sort of become an unofficial theme song in a way. It was used as his intro song for the Best of 2022 video, and someone even used RT's green screen clips to make a custom rhythm remix for the RT movie night, which was crazy good. Magical John. Magical John is a character from RT's Scribblenauts playthrough. He tried to summon Michael Jordan, but ended up with, Magical John. Magical John looks like he's high on some of that good, or he wants to smell your feet. Either way, he's super creepy, so RT keeps putting him back into storage. Over the next Scribblenauts videos, Magical John became more and more of an unhinged character, with him being sacrificed in a volcano by the end. And just when we thought he was gone, he returned in the Miitopia playthrough as the flower class, and was as creepy as ever. The old Minecraft server. So the current Minecraft server RT has for build streams is different than the old one. The old server featured several old builds like New Alaska, Wickmonald, Starbucks Island, the Bedrock Cube, the Fallout Shelter, and the Animal Shelter. In 2020, RT did a look back at the old builds from the channel with several of the mods. The mods in RT talked about how they used to accidentally build into people's houses, and how they originally built Wickmonalds between two settlements. Good job, guys. The look back at the old builds is really nostalgic, and the old server was eventually replaced with the new server, Minecraft Build Stream Rebels. So in a lot of RT's older Minecraft build streams, he always had quite a few rebels, whether it was spelling out feed, or Despacito, or just anything else, or defying RT's rules for the build stream. They would be all over the place, and RT would just ruthlessly shut them down. I think you could probably see this best in streams like where RT had his chat build a tropical Starbucks island, and throughout the thing there's stirrings of a revolution throughout the stream, which is also evident in the YouTube video. This also occurred in stuff like when they built Santa's workshop and other stuff. Nowadays, that doesn't really happen because people are just allowed to build basically whatever, and RT isn't as strict on his build stream rules, which is nice. It's always nice to see some improvement. Rumble Tumble Games? Now, you may see RT's game and wonder, what does the RT stand for? And it stands for Rumble Tumble. This name was inspired off of League of Legends of all things. In League, there's a character called Rumble, who's like this cat inventor thingy, and he had a move called Tumble. RT and his friends jokingly decided to call their channel Rumble Tumble Games because, I don't know, I guess they were in a silly goofy mood. After a year, the Rumble Tumble bit was dropped, and now the channel is just known as RTGame. And the channel is now only run by Daniel, not Daniel and his friends, who is now just known online as RT. Chat's Happy Meal. RT sometimes likes to bet with his chat, where he'll buy chat a Happy Meal from McDonald's if he loses the bet. A good example of this, and I believe the first example of this, was in Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. RT bet a Happy Meal on Luke Atme, the one of the suspects in the game, being the guilty convict in the case. Luke Atme was the guilty party in the first part of the case, but actually the ending of the cases ended up with Mask Star Damask being unmasked as a different character. I'm not going to spoil it for the Ace Attorney fans who haven't played Ace Attorney. RT then justified to his chat that since Luke Atme did the first crime, and that was what they were there for, he therefore won the bet and chat didn't get their damn Happy Meal. And ever since, chat always tries to beg and bargain RT for a Happy Meal. George. George was a cat that RT had for many years. George was featured in multiple videos, but one of the most prominent ones, aside from real-life videos such as him and George celebrating various channel milestones, was a Tropical video where RT designed a map for Tropico 6 and made an island in dedication for George. The community and RT loved George, but one day around 3 years ago, 2020 was 3 years ago, what the? George got an illness and sadly and suddenly passed away. Cats are incredibly good at hiding the fact that they're in pain, and most of the time you might not even notice something wrong until it's too late. I can't say for sure, but this might have been the case, that George hid what he had and then died suddenly before RT could notice. The news of George's passing was met with condolences and empathy from RT's friends and fans, who told him he could take a break if he needed to. Obviously, it's incredibly sad to lose a pet, and I'm sure the community will never forget this awesome little kitty cat. TF2. Before RT switched to doing variety content, RT made exclusively TF2, or Team Fortress 2 content, from mod videos to map videos to everything in between. And another fun fact, while researching through this video, I was looking through RT's old catalog of TF2 videos, and it actually triggered a memory from deep within the synapses of my brain. This video specifically, I remember watching years ago, where RT did a video on this animated, on this Cuphead modded map, and I remember watching it, and I don't remember who made it, but I forgot about it really quickly. But it gave me a kind of cool deja vu moment, so damn, okay. Back to RT though. In 2018, RT talked about wanting to switch from exclusively Team Fortress 2 content to variety content, and this decision actually skyrocketed RT into stardom. Although RT is now a huge variety channel, it's always nice to look back and see RT's channel's TF2 roots. Magnus. When RT played Minecraft Story Mode, he found it very predictable and goofy, and he didn't even take the whole thing seriously. So in episode 2, you have a choice to either go to Boomtown or Redstonia. Don't ask. Anyway, he went to Redstonia to go get Ellegaard, which is who you meet there. But when he got back and he had to meet Magnus, the guy in Boomtown, the second he met him, he hated this guy. The main reason was because Magnus was basically unironically the nerdy gamer that RT makes fun of, and also was just very poorly written. He kept trying to do anything to make Magnus's life miserable, and despised him so much that he reloaded the game in Chapter 3 just to make the choice to kill Magnus when he accidentally made a mistake and killed Ellegaard. He hated this guy, and this was the only time he was incredibly happy for a character to die in a story game. On the old Minecraft server, they even locked Magnus in a cage, so, we all hate Magnus. Me and all my homies hate him. The Blender. In every single sandbox game, RT builds something wild just to experiment. One of the first sandbox games RT played when he started variety content was Planet Coaster. In RT's theme parks, one thing slowly became common: a coaster dubbed the Blender. The concept is simple. You take a loop, kind of like this, and just clone it 500 times until you have it and it looks kind of like a blender. Most of the time, RT just makes them huge and it kills people with the G-forces. This has now become a staple of games where if you build a coaster, if you have a coaster building game or you can build a coaster in the game, RT will probably try to make a blender. In 2020, RT took a break from what he was playing because someone said that they would watch RT do anything, even watch paint dry. So that's when RT did that, and it became one of the biggest streams he's ever done. The view count steadily climbed up and up and up. He got his mom on stream to say hello, and he got Kilo to come in and say hi, and even sent RT a Hufflepuff diss track that they listened to on stream. Jacksepticeye also joined in and they talked as well. The stream ended up peaking at 10.9k viewers just to watch RT watch paint dry. Whoa. Arachnophobia. RT has severe arachnophobia that affects the way that he plays certain games. If anything in a video game has anything that looks remotely like a spider, he freaks out and can't even look at the screen. To give a few examples, in Subnautica, he had to download a mod to remove crab squids, this enemy that looks kind of like a spider, from the game because he got jumped by one in the game and he stated that he felt like he was going to throw up. When he played the game Grounded, a game where it's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, he was hyper-vigilant and afraid of running into a spider to the point when there was a spider attack, he ran away so he wouldn't be scared of it. I guess it's a good thing Amori didn't win the WWE, considering that the protagonist in that game also has arachnophobia, and you fight a nightmare spider. RT would have lost his mind. Bianco Bros! This is a joke that originated from RT's Mario Sunshine playthrough. He spent a lot of time in Bianco Hills, the first level of Super Mario Sunshine. It was to the point where chat was starting to go a little crazy, and it somehow turned into a bit where RT joked around like the channel was all Bianco Hills themed. The Bianco Bros were the name for the subs. This went on, but the joke kinda died out when Sunshine ended. But occasionally here and there I still hear mentions of the Bianco Bros. Beating Dark Souls with a baby in a blender. This was a stream where RT had managed to obtain a blender that was rewired and remapped to work as a video game controller. There was also a toy baby in the blender known as Baby Alfred. One of the controls was even activated by snapping the baby's neck. It was a toy baby. Chill out, it wasn't real. I know how bad that sounds. He managed to beat some of the hardest bosses in the game with it. So, he may not have beaten the whole game, but beating some pretty tricky bosses with an unconventional controller is pretty awesome. It's like the Technoblade version of... It's like the RT version of Technoblade beating Minecraft with a steering wheel. SMP Live. SMP Live was a server that was created in 2019 by Call Me Carson. It was a server where streamers would play the server and could take hits from chat to go kill people. The server had several big names like J-Schlatt, Wilbursoot, Slimesicle, and Technoblade. RT joined the server on July 22nd in 2019. RT was shown around by Wilbur, where Wilbur and RT placed their Minecraft beds down next to each other, and chat was having a bidding war on whether or not RT would have to kill Wilbur. The two messed around, and RT ended up temporarily locating in a tower that was supposed to be a lighthouse, but really failed. RT dubbed it the New Dublin Spire, and then eventually built a house near Wilbur. He didn't really do all that much on SMP Live, but he did hang out with Wilbur a ton. Tropico 6 map. So, after the devs of Tropico 6 sponsored RT to play Tropico 6, they offered RT the chance to make a map for the game. After much deliberation between RT and chat, RT decided to make a recreation of Ireland. He added several islands around the map that referenced his channel, such as George, the cat, I Won't Die, and even a little RT signature. SMP Earth. SMP Earth was a server that was created by Wilbursoot and was a scale model of the Earth in Minecraft. The server had several mods such as planes on it, and it had a map that you could claim land in real time. While RT didn't deal much with the faction politics, rather worked on his own faction to make it better. His faction was known as the Irish, since he claimed the majority of Ireland. He made an ally with S Major, who owned Scotland, and RT ended up living in the Dublin Spire that he built on his first day in the server. He was the only member of his faction, and it ended up being deleted in a faction reset on day 76. So, yeah. I didn't even know RT was on SMP Earth until I rewatched some of the older videos. The Spire. The Dublin Spire is a monument in Dublin that is literally just a pole. RT has had a hatred for the Spire of Dublin because it's tall, ugly, and literally represents nothing. Well, okay, that's a lie. It represents money. RT's hatred of the Spire has become a joke within the community, to where it shows up on RT's channel art, his Be Back Soon screen, and he even has built it in SMP Earth as part of his base. He's also had many a rant on how worthless the Spire is as a monument.
Gambling addiction. In basically every game that has some kind of gambling minigame, RT will literally gamble everything he has on it. Some examples include him betting everything that he had on the Stardew Fall Festival wheel, doing every gambling minigame possible in games that he plays as well, such as Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, he literally spent basically every single star coin on the stupid gacha machine to get all the figures. He never seems to get punished for his gambling though, since he keeps winning. The game likes him apparently, since in Persona 5, every time he entered the lottery, he won like 10k every single time. And speaking of winning, as a side note, RT also has a tendency to min-max like every game that he plays, such as in Stardew Valley. Well, I spent half a year stalking Sebastian in his basement. RT was building a gosh dang empire. Or, in Persona 5, he managed to gain the nickname of Danashiro, which is a play on Kanashiro, one of the villains in Persona 5, who's literally a mafia boss that just scams everybody to get money. By the end of the playthrough, he was doing everything possible to make as much money, to the point where chat even wrote a little calling card up to him as a little Persona reference. Dad. There are many comfort creators that people latch onto as a father figure, such as Markiplier, for instance. RT has become one of many content creators that people refer to as kind of a dad. RT specifically has kind of a boomer dad reputation among his fanbase. He got this by basically being a bit out of touch with the modern meme culture. He also tends to show his age a little bit, such as remembering when games from the early 2000s released like Mario Sunshine, and he also doesn't know certain games that were vital to the youth of my generation, Gen Z, such as Fireboy and Water Girl, only the best of cool math games. And his chat will constantly refer to RT as dad and call him a boomer for just not knowing certain memes and stuff. So, yeah. Sorry, RT. You're a bit of a boomer. But we love ya anyway.
Like for ass stab? This is a reference to an old unlisted TF2 video. RT was too afraid to speak in the video, so he had subtitles. And his subtitles were, not very good. At one point in the video, he stabbed someone in, the ass in the game, and put the title, like for ass stab? It haunts everybody who sees that video. RT showed off this video in his stream where he showed off a bunch of banned and unlisted videos. Who well do you now RTGame? This is a reference to a 2020 livestream where RT looked at a website that had various quizzes that you would swear were made by AIs. Dang, ChatGPT? Is that you? With great quizzes such as, should I wear adult diapers, or are you Korean, with a question literally having the answers as yes, no, or maybe. RT found a quiz of himself that was literally titled, who well do you now RTGame, with the most batshit insane answers on the planet. The whole quiz was RT making jokes about how he was in love with Kevin, call me Kevin, and was laughing at the ridiculousness of the scenario because, let's face it was ridiculous. One good bola. This is a reference to an old RTGame video. RT was playing the game Nosgoth with a few friends, and throughout the whole match, his friend Jim committed to a joke of just going one good bola, two good bola, so on and so forth, in a voice that kind of sounds like the Count from Sesame Street. Everyone in the match was getting really annoyed, and when the match ended, RT had a bit of a rant on how it wasn't funny, and for some reason, it reminded me of the Kermit, of course it's an orange clip.
That was just infuriating.
One good bola.
Shut up. Just stop.
It's
Just
not
stop!
even funny!
It's not funny!
Why are you guys laughing?
Because we got stabbed so many times it's not funny. We're laughing out of pity for you, Jim. Pity that you've committed to this one singular joke for so long that this is all you can come up with all of your wit. This is all you have! One bola! Two fucking bolas! Oh, you're hilarious!
Something to eat that's round and orange. It's an orange! It's an orange!
Me like that fourth clue. Is it an orange?
Of course it's an orange! I just told you it was an orange!
Anyway, RT showed off this clip on the 10th anniversary of him making content, and it's actually a classic clip for many RT fans. The Fortnite stream. This is a running joke where RT promises to do a Fortnite stream, but never actually does it. Usually, this is an April Fool's joke where RT will be like, we're finally playing Fortnite, and then does something like switch it up on everybody and play Undertale. Usually, he refers to it as Fortnite Friday, and whenever he mentions it, chat goes wild because it's either a running joke or because it's Fortnite. RTGame and Call Me Kevin are the same person. This is a joke that people have made about RT and YouTuber Call Me Kevin. People make this joke since both of them are Irish and have similar tendencies when playing games. For example, when both YouTubers played Espresso Tycoon, they made it their goal to make the worst coffee imaginable. Also, in games like City Skylines, they both take great joy in destroying their cities with natural disasters such as meteor strikes everywhere. For some reason in my research, people also seem to think that they hate each other, which is not the case. Sure, they do kind of act angry with each other, but it's basically all banter. They don't actually hate each other. The last collab they've done at the moment between these two was in 2022, where the two of them hung out together among other members of the Irish lads, minus Jacksepticeye, and they all played Switch Sports together. Fall Guys toast. In RT's Fall Guys video with Plumbella, he made his little bean a pale pink color, giving him the appearance of a toe. Other people joined in and he created Team Toe. This could have all been a one-off thing, but when RT entered a Fall Guys tournament with his friends, they all dressed as toes. This joke kind of died a bit after that, and most people probably don't even remember Fall Guys in the first place, so this is a very, very old meme as well. Let's go. Soot House. Soot House was a channel that was basically like a predecessor to all those stupid ass reading Reddit post channels, except it was actually funny and done by like real people. Many of you probably know one of the members, that being Wilbur Soot of Twitch fame, who is also part of the band Lovejoy. RT made a cameo on this channel in the video Curse Comments, featuring RTGame. The video is of the Soot House crew and RT reading incredibly cursed comments. Because of this video, we have some lovely quotes by RT, such as these.
Babies are absolutely biodegradable.
Oh, your balls are so big. I'm so jealous. Gets behind and starts fondling them. Yeah, so sensitive, bro. They flop all over the place.
Want the foreskin to last, and how quickly do you go through foreskin?
This is the only Soot House video RT was in, and Soot House basically ended like a video or two after RT appeared. So, oh well. Dropped meta stocks? In 2022, RT streamed the Metaverse, quite possibly the worst VR game to ever exist. He showed off how soulless and boring the game was. He, in fact, went to a comedy club in the game and realized that people had to buy applause. The stream and the video basically showed off why the Metaverse actually sucks. Over the course of the stream, Meta's stock suddenly plummeted 20% while he was playing and basically killed the Meta stock, which was very, very funny. So don't make a shitty game or else our team might get your stock to absolutely crash after playing it. Helped cause the Minecraft resurgence. So the second Minecraft renaissance occurred around 2018, and RT was one of the people who helped cause the resurgence. See, RT made a lot of videos like, I put 100 people in a bedrock cube, or I made 100 people build Santa's workshop, or I gave 100 players a plot to build a store in a mall. Once the resurgence hit, people took these ideas and made their own versions of the 100-player format. A ton of people copied the Bedrock Cube video when it was initially made, and it's kind of wild that RT helped bring a new form of Minecraft content and helped bring about the second Minecraft resurgence. Thanks, dude. You got my hyperfixation going on Minecraft again after many, many years, so nice job, RT. So, that was the Iceberg. RTGame, in conclusion, is an amazing and awesome and silly and funny content creator who has had rich channel history and is incredibly talented. I would recommend everybody go check out RTGame and his channel and give him so much love. He's awesome. He's super cool, at least to me. And I have been following him for like 5 years. I have been subscribed for less time than that, but I've been following for longer. So yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. We also have a Discord server if you would like to check that out as well. We're always happy to have new people in, even though it's not very active right now, but you know, we're always happy to see new people around. Anyway, let's wrap up this video since it's getting kind of long. This has been Sloth Power. Bye-bye, guys. Peace out.